The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. I first read this book about 20 years ago, shortly after I'd lost my job. I was at home, and the book opens with a man in his 30s, Toro Ocado, who had quit his position at a law firm and is now at home making spaghetti and listening to classical music. How could I resist? My love affair with novels by Murakami had begun. Reading the Wind-Up Bird Chronicle is like going for a walk in the woods and getting lost. The path leads all over the place, and you never quite know where it will take you or where you are at any one time. It really is a chronicle. Occasionally, the wind-up bird can be heard singing, often before difficult events. The story kicks off with a lost cat, who Toro has named Noboro Wataya. Toro is married to the lovely Kumiko, and she has a brother, a successful politician who the cat is named after. Toro hates Noboro, the politician, not the cat. When Kumiko leaves for work, Toro sets off to find the cat in a little alleyway behind their flat. He discovers an old abandoned house with a well in it, and also makes friends with a teenage girl who lives opposite the house and is bunking off school. I won't spoil the novel by revealing what happens, but to give you an idea, Kamiko leaves Toro, of course. He then begins his search for her as well. There is a significant part of the novel set in Mongolia during the Japanese occupation. The novel also follows the fate of Japanese prisoners of war in Siberia. Toro's search for the cat and his wife leads him into relationships with many people, including the enigmatic and beautiful Molto Kano. Toro spends much time at the bottom of a dry well and enters into different spiritual and physical realms where he battles with malignant forces, putting himself in danger, but also entering into a space of isolation, separation, almost like a womb for a spiritual rebirth. Themes and motives that you often find in Murakami novels are there. The man who has been abandoned by his wife, the search, frequent encounters with strange and beautiful women, some erotic, others with tension in the air. Lost cats. Remember Nataka in Kafka on the Shore. Music, both classical and jazz. Then there is that interplay between the supernatural, contemporary society, psychological interiors played out in strange landscapes which appear like dreams but have some corporeal reality to them. This is a dangerous place. The effects of war are also there in so many characters and their lives. The use of the first person, which I like so very much, is also there, mainly by Toro himself, but also by Lieutenant Mamiya, who speaks about the war in Mongolia. There's also some use of newspaper clippings. I would therefore encourage you to read The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. It is a book that you can get yourself lost in, but a word of warning, it also has some passages about the war which I could not bring myself to read. They were too grim. Murakami doesn't flinch from recording details of war. It is a long book, and I remember reading somewhere that it is actually much longer, with a considerable chunk of the novel having been taken out, as it would have been considered too long for publication. So thank you very much for listening. I'm really interested in hearing your comments and views about the Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. And please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.